Hey everyone, welcome one, welcome all, welcome back to my channel. If you're not new, I am the Moonlight Priestess, and today here's some messages for the collective. For those of you who see this video in your algorithm or were guided to click this video through your spiritual guides, well, here's some messages for you. So today I have the Fool card for today's topic. Fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at the absurdity and hypocrisy. This card reminds me of the Fool card in the original Rider-Waite Tarot, the first card of the Major Arcana, the Fool, going on a journey, new beginnings, fearlessly stepping into the unknown in order to dive deeper on this path to self-mastery and self-knowing. Some of you may have felt the spiritual call to explore, to get to know yourself, to take life less seriously and just allow yourself to live in the moments, to enjoy the moment, to not be so serious all the time. In the quote of the Joker, why so serious? But yes, some of you may have been feeling called to explore the unknown, to learn more about yourself. Some of you may be very, lighthearted people. Some of you may be very funny people. You may have friends or family around you that comment about how you're a natural comedian, you have a great sense of humor. You can brighten up the space, brighten anyone's day with a very clever, well-placed joke in order to, smooth over the atmosphere, allow people to just be at ease within your presence. You allow people to be themselves. You allow people to be silly. You allow yourself to be silly. You allow yourself moments of just, I'm hearing indulging the inner child. You do things that, tickle other people's inner child and yours as well. Okay, more about the Fool card. For this message, this is from my archetype deck, and the bottom of the deck had Mother in reverse. So some of you, the Mother, the shadow side, smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So some of you may have been going into this Fool energy due to having to heal, parental wounds, mother wounds, or it could be father wounds, or just anything of that nature. But yeah, it's definitely giving mother wounds, healing some past childhood trauma. Maybe you're the type of person that makes light of the things that you went through in the past. Like you'll kind of joke or I wouldn't say like not take things seriously, but you do tend to try and make the things that you went through in the past, like the topics, you try to make them seem less heavy, less heavy, less, less frightening to talk about, because there's something about like your tone of voice, or the way you, something about your tone of voice that kind of like makes the topic of your past, you know, seem less, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, just less frightening to, or less like disheartening. You know, you try not to dwell on the sorrows of the past by cracking jokes about it, you know, trying to heal through humor. So some of you may have been called to that fool's journey of exploring and getting to learn more about yourself due to possibly being like, you know, overly suppressed and suffocated within childhood, within your childhood. Um, so that could be the reason for the full energy that's happening at this moment. You're beginning to allow yourself freedom for the first time, physical and emotional freedom, and spiritual freedom. What other messages for the collective? What will the collective encounter on their fool's journey? More about the collective's fool's journey. The fool journey. The journey of the fool. Okay, got 2 cards from my Goetia deck. We have Ouroboros, the World card, Jupiter and Capricorn in the 2nd house, sideways. And then we have Citri, Queen of Cups, Jupiter and Taurus, 4th house. These were all in the transitional phases. And a disclaimer, not every, if you're into the Goetia, if you're into, you know, working with demons, stuff of that nature, not every demon listed in the Goetia is a real demon. Some are just, you know, fabrications, egregores. Others are, you know, not accepted into the ranks of the underworld. So, like, they're in, you know, the Goetia. Some of the demons listed in there, you know, some are real, some are false. So it's good to use your intuition and, you know, doing readings on which, you know, is a legit, you know, entity to work with. But again, back to the topic at hand with your fool's journey. So yeah, let's talk about the World card, Jupiter in Capricorn in the 2nd house. So some of you may, on your fool's journey, some of you may be experiencing a windfall of good fortune, some good luck coming your way when it comes to your money, your finances. Some of you have been working really hard, becoming more disciplined in managing your money, or when it comes to like saving. There's this energy that you have been just diligently stacking money away for yourself. I'm hearing the word investment, so some of you may have been, you know, working on trying to invest, or finding the people, or, you know, going out of your way to network and find people that can help you with learning how to make investments when it comes to your finances, to improve your finances. Okay, that's nice for the Fool's Journey. The collective's Fool's Journey. We also have the Queen of Cups, Jupiter and Taurus in the 4th house. In your Fool's Journey, some of you may also encounter a period of like emotional fulfillment, of ease when it comes to your home situation. Maybe some of you have been working on trying to reorganize and decorate your home. Taurus rules over, the senses. Uh, when it comes, like senses, worldly experiences, like, touch, smell, taste. Uh, when it comes to astrology, so there's definitely this energy of you're trying to have a more emotionally stable home life, um, becoming more becoming more in touch with your family members. Some of you may be working on trying to learn more about your culture, your family line, your ancestry. When it comes to Taurus in the fourth house, uh, definitely just getting in touch with your roots. Maybe even learning about the beauty rituals or the cuisine of your people, of your family line, your bloodline, and getting more in touch with that to have more emotional and spiritual fulfillment within your life on your fool's journey. You're definitely going on this alchemical journey of not only learning about yourself, but spiritually elevating and transforming yourself into uh, just a more elevated version of yourself, a more embodied version of yourself on your fool's journey. What else for the collective's fool's journey? The collective's fool's journey. What other messages for the collective? Okay, more confirmation about your fool's journey. We have the darkness card. Dark night of the soul. So some of you may be entering your Negredo phase. And we have like, I think this is the Goddess of Death card or the God of Death card from my Santa Muerte deck. Some of you may be interested in working with Santa Muerte, or have been working with Santa Muerte in the past. Okay, the King of the Dead in the afterlife. It's time to look at the situation from a more in-depth point of view, to analyze the circumstances before you put the pieces back together. So yeah, with these two cards, it's definitely confirmation of you're in the points of like dissolution. You are breaking down the things that don't work for you anymore. You're walking away from things that don't serve you, that don't help your self-improvement journey, your spiritual transformation journey. You're diving deep into what and what helps you elevate and what doesn't. You're going deeper into your subconscious, these all this untapped potential. And throwing away the things that does not serve you, that does not help with your journey, and transmuting all that dense energy into something that will be useful, into something that will be used as fuel. Let the dead rest. Let the past rest. When I look at this card, okay, yeah, you have your fool's journey cut out for you, collective. We got the subconscious card in reverse. So yeah, for this fool's journey, this definitely requires you to tap into your subconscious, to dig out any worries or fears that you have for yourself or for your future, to confront those thoughts, to confront those fears, to heal. So what are the things that the fool is trying to alchemize? The collective's fool journey. Like what is it that they're trying to fully what is it that they're trying to fully alchemize? What else are they trying to alchemize? Oh. What else? What else? The goddess of earth, of sex, fertility. Trust your intuition, but first accept and admit your defaults to yourself. Only this way you can journey. Only this way your journey can be prolific, rich, and unobscured by your ego. So this is what you're going to be alchemizing. You're going to learn to finally trust yourself again and trust your intuition, because you accepted this call to adventure, this call to explore. You're going to get to know all of your habits, all the things that you really don't like to acknowledge about yourself. Like whether it be habits, desires, certain pains or worries that you have, you're going to be called to look all of that in the face, dead in the face, look at yourself in the mirror, to strip yourself bare and acknowledge all the parts to yourself. In this way, you will transform your ego. You will get rid of the false ego, the false persona, the mask that you wear, the mask that you've been wearing for so long. You'll be able to shatter it, and the real you will be emerging once you do this, once you alchemize this particular part of yourself, of not doubting your power, not fearing change, or the death of the old you. Because death doesn't always have to mean physical death. Death can just means the ending of an old habit, an old paradigm, the narratives, the things that you tell yourself, the things that you believe about yourself that are not always true. But yeah, those are the messages I have for the collective now, for your spiritual journey, your fool's journey. Congratulations for undergoing this task of being on your fool's journey, because not everyone undergoes that particular transformation. Not everyone is courageous enough to heed their inner calling and explore themselves in such an intimate, way. So yeah, congratulations. If you guys enjoyed this reading, or you found this helpful or insightful, please let me know, and feel free to like, share, comment, or subscribe in the video, under the video. Y'all know what to do. So yeah, see you all later, and remember to take care of yourselves. See you next time. Bye.